Hey everybody, this is Jennifer. I'm coming to you with another sales update video. The first item I have is a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren men's sneakers. I picked this up at a church sale. I paid $6.50 for them, and they were missing the insole because I thought they had more value than they did. I found out when I got home that they were kind of averaging around $20. Other than the missing insole, they were in almost brand new condition. So a missing insole is not a deal breaker for me because it's not really damage to the shoe. A lot of people use an insole anyway. So if you find a good shoe that's missing an insole and the rest of the shoe is in great condition, I would still pick it up if it's a good price. When I went to look it up, I went to look for the style number to look it up online, and it actually just gave me the name right here of the shoe, which was great. So it was really easy to find. It was a Herald sneaker. When you have a sneaker that looks like this, a good keyword to use is preppy, and you want to use the low top too. So low top and preppy are two good keywords to use. Since it was getting such a low price, I decided to put it on an auction. I like to run a few auctions a week. It did get one bid. I had two pairs. One was black, one was brown. The brown got a lot more attention than the black did. It went for $19.99, and the buyer paid $31.64 with shipping. This is a Myrna Gildo Zegna tie. I had this out at Buy It Now, and I was surprised it just didn't get a lot of attention. I don't know if it's the pattern, if that's like a little too old-fashioned, or it just wasn't getting a lot of attention. I don't question things too much. If it's just not getting a lot of attention or something isn't selling, you can sit and guess why all day long, but the thing is you have to move it. So it only cost $1.50, so I decided to put it out on auction for $9.99. When you lower the price of things, or if you put on a good sale, like if you're doing 30 or 40% sale, or you put it out on auction with a low first bid, you'll notice like your international buyers will start kicking in at that point because it will balance out that shipping cost that they're going to have. So the person paid $9.99 for this, but with shipping they paid $42.94 because this tie was shipped to Greece. Okay, this is a Brooks Brothers tie. I put this out on an auction as well. So if you do a Buy It Now with this, I think I just put this on an auction immediately. You probably can get more money for a Brooks Brothers tie than I did here, but it only cost $1.50. It got two bids. It sold for $10.50, and the buyer paid $13.17 with shipping. This is a pair of boys Sperry sandals. So when you have a sandal like this sandal, fisherman is a good keyword, and also closed toe, because a lot of people do not like open sandals. They want the closed toe. So that's another good keyword to put in the title. Normally I don't pick up boys or children's clothes unless something really catches my attention. I know the name Sperry, so I know that's a decent name. They only cost $3. That's another reason. And they sold for $12.80, and the buyer paid $20 with shipping. This is a men's vintage cardigan. It's from Van Court, which is nothing special. I just picked it up because it was vintage and it was a cardigan, and it even had a flaw. But it was only 50 cents. So this did sell for $10, and the buyer paid $17.20 with shipping. Okay, this is a pair of Re-Rock for Express. I usually have good luck with Express. Like, this isn't a killer brand, but as far as like, you know, your basic everyday sale, like I usually pick these up if they're cheap enough. These are only $3. They sold for $14, and the buyer paid $21.20 with shipping. Okay, this was funny because when it sold, I saw what I did. So there are two pairs of LL Bean flannel line jeans. And I had them during the summer, and I thought, oh, they're not selling because it's the summer. So eventually I took a best offer for $23.99. So I only paid $5.50 for the both of them together. So that's not a bad sale. And then I saw why. It wasn't because it was summer. It's because I left out the bean in the title. So I have LL. That was it. So let that be a lesson. Always check your titles before you send it up. Um, so anyway, this still sold for $24, and the buyer paid $32.49 with shipping. Now, if you find these now, you'll get a lot more money. You probably, for one pair, you'll probably get about, $25, 20 to 25 plus shipping for one pair. Okay, this is men's Big Star jeans. Big Star, this is a good brand. So there's the tag on the pants. That's what they look like with the flat pockets. I don't know if they all have flat pockets, but this pair did. I don't find this very often. I was very lucky to. These were $5.50 at the Goodwill. They sold very quickly for $31.99, and the buyer paid $39.19 with shipping. Okay, this you do not want to look for. This is the brand Jones New York, because Jones New York is horrible. You're not going to sell it. The only reason I picked it up is because, you heard me say, like anything that's equestrian. So it was only $1 at the Salvation Army. I had it a while ago. And because it had this pattern, I wanted to see if I could sell it, and it did sell. So I only paid $1, and it sold for $11.99, and the buyer paid $23.99. And if you have that, you want to use bits, bridles, and the word equestrian in the title. Okay, this was interesting. This was a blazer. I couldn't read the tag, so there you go. So it was new tags, and it was in a different language, and I wasn't sure what language it was in. And even the dollar amount, I didn't even know what that was. So I decided to pick it up so I could learn about it, and I actually paid $7.50 to learn about it. So when I got home and I looked it up, these keywords were other people. Like, there were sellers that sold specifically this kind of ethnic wear, and I went by what they were saying about this brand and this type of clothing. So they use the word Indian, they use the word ethnic, they use the word Bollywood. So I took what they were saying. They used the word Western. So it seemed to work because this got a ton of attention, but unfortunately the buyers it was attracting were extreme hagglers, and they were just like, it was like every day I was getting offers that were so low, and I would just give a normal price back, like what I would accept, and they'd give me, they'll say, well, I'll give you 50 cents more, and it was like every day. So I actually got worn down by having this item, and I finally just took a best offer of $20 for it. Now I wanted more, around 30. Definitely it was worth it. This blazer was too much work for me. I did not want to deal with the buyers that were interested in it because it just caused a lot of time every day dealing with them. So even still, I still made a little over a $10 profit, and the buyer paid $32.75 with shipping. Okay, this is a Donald Trump tie. Great. I mean, if you find a Donald Trump tie, like, right, I'm sure several years ago they were not worth much, but now, of course, they are. This was $2.50. The buyer paid $23.99, and with shipping, $26.66. Could I've gotten more for this? Possibly. Different patterns were getting different money, and it all depends on how long you want to sit on it as well. But to me, that's a good profit, so I was pretty happy with that. Okay, this is a Polo Ralph Lauren cardigan. It had a zipper front. I usually only get Polo Ralph or any Ralph Lauren if it has the pony on it or some great design. I don't get any that do not have anything on it because they usually do not sell for me. This was only cotton. I think it was black. It was gray. It was like a dark gray. It cost $2.75. It sold for $17, and the buyer paid $24.20 with shipping. Okay, I said I don't pick up kids stuff, and I have two in this video. But this, again, this was so cheap. This was at a church sale. It was in perfect condition, and it was only $1, so I picked it up because it was Nike and it was ThermaFit. And that's what the tag looks like. And if you see that in adult clothing, it's a great sale. And it still was a good sale for the kids. It only cost $1. It sold fairly quickly for $13.59, and the buyer paid $20.24 with shipping. Now this is a Talbots wool skirt. I only picked this up because it was 50 cents. Here again, like, it's a low dollar item, so basically an international buyer stepped in. So they purchased it for $10, and with shipping paid $25.50 to Canada. Okay, this is a pair of Coldwater Creek career pants. I would not have picked them up unless they were new tags, which they were. They were $4.50. I took a best offer of $20, and the buyer paid $24.29 with shipping. That's all I have for eBay. The last two items are Etsy. This is just an AM/FM portable radio. It's from the 70s. You can tell by this color. This is such a 70s color, that green. So I don't know anything about like vintage radio, so I looked this all up. I got this from other sellers online, and the problem was I would plug it in and I couldn't get it to tune in. So I actually, when I first got it, since I do not know anything about electronics, I thought, oh, I can't sell it, you know. But then as I was looking around, I saw so many sellers had radio for display, parts, or repair. So I thought, okay, great. So people want parts of this. So I'll just put it out like that. So I put it out on Etsy for $14.99, and it did sell. And the buyer paid $31.44 for the Brownie radio that did not tune in. So if you see this and it is working, and you can get it cheap enough, they do sell. Okay, the last item, this shocked me, actually. I picked this up for $1 at the Goodwill, and it was like really small. I mean, this lion head, I think it's a towel ring. I'm pretty sure it was. Somebody else had it out as a towel ring. So it's meant to look like a door knocker. And this lion head is only 2.5 inches tall. It's so light, it actually shipped first class mail. And so I thought, oh, it's unique and interesting. It's very worn, but yay, it's vintage, you know. So that's okay. Then I found it on eBay, and the person had it out for $49.99, and it had watchers, and I was like, what? So I went to the closed auctions, and he had it out again. It closed without a bid, but I could tell people are interested in it at that price, so interested that they wanted to watch it, and he had it out as antique. Now, I'm not confident enough to say this is just antique, so I put antique in the title, but I also put vintage in the title. In other words, I don't know what this is. You know, you just take a lot of great pictures, and this sold in 2 days for $29.99. So I paid $1. It sold in 2 days for $29.99. So could I have gotten more? Maybe, but I was pretty happy for $30 on $1. And the buyer with shipping paid $34.28. So if you see this, if you look at the back, see the rings don't even connect, so it slides into these two holes. And right here it says, on mine, his didn't have it, but it might have been so worn that it might have been worn away. This there's a little engraving of Japan in the back. So if you see this lion just like this, definitely pick it up. It's worth some money. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and your sales are going great, and I will see you next time.